Hey guys, Nicole from Grand Coco Lives again. We're gonna do another yummy recipe that has been tried. We're gonna make like a candy. It's coconut, there are carbs in it, but I've got, well, let me show you what you're gonna need. Shredded coconut. I've got I kind of research what I'm gonna buy when I do recipes to find the lowest carb one. So I found this at Sprouts. For half a cup, it's 2 net carbs, and it's just shredded, unsweetened, organic coconut. And then, if you remember, a week or two ago, we made homemade caramel. I haven't really ate it, so I'm going to use it in this recipe, which is how you make it. It's a Mexican candy. It's usually made with sweetened condensed milk and coconut, and then you bake it. I forget the Spanish name for it, but so I'm going to use our caramel that we made from the recipe that I shared a week or two ago. It's butter, swerve, and so we're going to use this to make the candy. And that's the only 2 things you need. And then I'm going to add, because they're almost gone, some white chocolate chips. You don't have to add this. It's going to add a few more carbs. These are, a tablespoon is 1 carb. Is it? 7? Oh no, no carbs. Okay. No sugar. Oh, because they're white chocolate. They're not real. It's made out of cocoa butter. That's why they're no carbs. I was thinking it wasn't right. So it's cocoa butter, white chocolate chips. So let me show you what you're gonna do. It's the simplest thing you'll ever do. It's easy and it's delicious. So I've got my baking pan. I'm using a round one. You can use whatever you want. Sprayed with cooking spray, and then I have a mixing bowl. So I'm going to add about, I'm trying to see how much caramel I have. So let's start with 1.5 cups of coconut. So let's say that's a little more than a cup, but okay. So there we go. And then we're going to add our caramel. And again, this is keto caramel. I've got the recipe listed on my blog and on my YouTube page. Okay, let's see how we're doing. Let's get it stirred up. I don't measure much. It's just by look, taste, feel, smell, Yeah, we're gonna need more coconut. That's too wet. So we're gonna add just maybe, so let's do a total of 2 cups. Let's try that. And then I'm gonna add the white chocolate and stir that up. I got my oven preheated to 375 because you're going to bake these. And remember, the caramel is the keto caramel made with swerve, so the coconut's unsweetened. If you get sweetened, you add a crap ton of carbs. So unsweetened coconut, and you have a coconut candy. So you're just going to pour it into your cooking vessel, and then just flatten it out. Now, it's going to make a full pan. It will. However, let's see. Yeah, these are not the thickest. You'll see when we cut them once they're cooked. They're not, it's not like you're eating a Rice Krispie treat. So they're small. They're thin, let's say. They're not small. You can cut them as big as you want. Just add your carbs in. So I'm going to say this whole recipe, so it was 2, 4, 6, 8. That would be about a carb a bar if you make like a 2x2 inch bar. So not too shabby. Okay, that's it. 375 for 15 minutes. Done. It'll get a little golden on the edges, and that's it. Okay, guys, our Mexican candy is out. It's still hot. Is out of the oven, and it's nice and golden, really dark around the edges. So it's got to cool before we cut it, but when you eat it, it's more of a chewy texture. It's not real crisp. Just FYI. So let this cool, and then I'm going to cut a piece and show you what it looks like. It smells so good. Okay, it's nice and cool, and it's about ready to be cut. So don't do what I did. Is I kept trying to rush it, and it was falling apart. You have to let it cool, or it's going to fall apart. The caramel sugars and the chocolate chips and all the keto-fied stuff that we put in here has to solidify. So then you're just going to cut it into bars, and it's sticky and chewy. I say bars, they're more like little chunks. Okay, I'm gonna pull one out. It's right here. Look at it. So this literally is about 1.5 inch piece. It'll be plenty. Got my piece that I cut. It's about 1.5 inch piece. Still warm on the inside, so my inside is a little soft, but it's still warm. Let it cool completely. Okay, so I'm weird. Didn't start liking seafood till my 40s. Didn't start liking coconut until my late 40s. You know I don't lie. This has got to be one of the best candies I made. Keto-fied. It's delicious. Chewy. And sweet. So make the keto caramel. And then you can make this with the shredded coconut. That is so good. And I know I'm talking with my mouth full. I don't know how you are, but when it tastes substantial and you're like chewing it and getting into it, and you feel more satisfied. Like I am so full because I ate those bacon cups that I made earlier. I literally ate 2.5 of them. That was around noon. That was my breakfast because I had fasted all night. I'm so overly full, but I had to try that for you, and I'm glad I did. Delicious. Make it. You will not be disappointed. The only other thing I was going to tell you is halfway through the cooking, it took about 17 minutes for mine to get good. I checked on it and it's still very, because the caramel's made of butter, so, and sugars, you know, keto-fied sugars. So when the butter melted, it kind of made the coconut candy jiggly. And I was like, you know what though, once that cools, it'll set, and it sure enough did. So I promise you. It's so good. Let me get the other part. Look. Yep. Give it a try. Have a good one.